This is Celebrity Trending. Now.
The biggest scam of all. Pastor Creflo Dollar will get his $65 million luxury jet. You may have heard the story a few months ago about an Atlanta-based minister who claimed he needed a $65 million private jet so he could safely and swiftly share the good news of the gospel worldwide. But almost as quickly as Pastor Creflo Dollar asked his 200,000 followers to each donate $300 towards the purchase of a luxurious jet, the campaign vanished and was removed from his website. But now, the board of World Changers Church International, which also operates as Creflo Dollar Ministries, has announced it is ready to purchase the plane. "We plan to acquire a Gulfstream G650 because it is the best, and it is a reflection of the level of excellence at which this organization chooses to operate. This has got to be one of the biggest shams ever, and there's so much delusion it's hard to even figure out where to begin. Let's start with the money. Imagine what could be accomplished with $65 million. That's a lot of money. Do you think Jesus would have wanted his earthly representatives traveling the globe in luxurious accommodations? Or do you think Jesus would have wanted to see that $65 million used to feed the poor, help the homeless, improve education, or just make some kind of huge impact to help humanity? World Changers Church International said, "A long-range, high-speed, intercontinental jet aircraft is a tool that is necessary in order to fulfill the mission of the ministry. Sure, who wouldn't want such a nice aircraft to travel the world? I know I would, and I bet you would too. And if you're one of the few people in this world who can afford one, go for it. But when you start hitting up your congregants, many of whom struggle with their day-to-day finances and barely have enough money to provide the basic necessities for themselves and their families, that's when something has to be done. What about flying commercially? Jesus traveled on foot and by donkey. Granted, there were no Gulfstream G650s back in the day, but if there were somehow, I don't think you would have seen Jesus flying around in one. Dollar resides in Atlanta, the city with the world's largest airport with flights to every major international destination on a daily basis. Certainly it would be more cost-effective for his flock to do their work around the world this way. But after all, God told him to buy the plane. Dollar said, "If I want to believe God for a $65 million plane, you cannot stop me. You cannot stop me from dreaming. I'm gonna dream until Jesus comes." I don't know what's worse. The fact that Creflo Dollar believes God spoke to him and told him to buy this jet, or the fact that people are so gullible and delusional and are actually supporting this guy. Of course, as Dollar puts it, it's simply part of what he calls prosperity theology. In other words, giving of your own money to the church, because by doing so your level of personal wealth is blessed and will grow significantly. It's not surprising, really, that people buy into this nonsense. After studying mental toughness training for the last 31 years, there's a definite pattern of people who are operating from a weak state of mind to be more vulnerable to the suspension of critical thinking and doing anything that makes them feel better. Being addicted to the emotion of hope is our killer, so when Pastor Dollar tells them to give $300 and reminds them of the promise of everlasting life, a mansion in the sky, and being reunited with loved ones, it sure sounds pretty good. I would think that, if God wanted him to have a $65 million jet, God would just provide it the same way he parted the lake for Moses. I do not think God would want poor widows, single moms, struggling families, financially struggling college student, and just underemployed people that are members of Creflo Dollar's church, which the body of Christ, to pay for such a luxury item. Whereas Creflo Dollar's faith in his God to provide his jet without the need of his members' hard-earned money. Sounds like the members of the church are his blessing, not God. If it wasn't for his members giving their hard-earned money, there would be no jet. This is all about people giving and receiving a pipe dream. They will never get a chance to ride in the jet they bought. The bottom line: it's time for people to wake up and stop being stupid. Stop being manipulated and giving your money to the power-hungry religious leader who owns 2 Rolls-Royce cars and multiple multi-million-dollar homes. Creflo Dollar is a fake. If he was so genuinely concerned about doing good and godly deeds, he would be raising $65 million to truly make a difference in the lives of so many. Instead, he'll be enjoying a better than first-class experience as he jets around the world in style, laughing at the farce he created.
Be sure to subscribe, so you will be the first to receive the latest news and gossip about trending celebrities in the news.